You hear a lot about student loan debt these days, that you shouldn't borrow to go to college, and that the only debt that's reasonable is a mortgage because there's a return on the investment. You also hear that 50% of the students who graduate from college can't find work, and that they've borrowed so much for their undergrad degree that they're going to be in debt the rest of their life, or they're going to default on their student loan. But that's not the way it is at JBU. At JBU, when a student graduates, they get a job. Of the 92% of recent graduates who responded to a survey, 99% were working or pursuing their next degree program within 6 months of graduation. The average loan debt at JBU after 4 years is $21,000. And we meet with each of the students who have borrowed before they graduate to talk to them about how they can pay off their loans in 2 years. And then we ask them to tell us how they did.
I had about $13,000 in loan debt.
I had $15,000.
And I had about $25,000 in debt.
I was about $20,000 in debt.
About $80,000 total.
My husband and I had $42,000 in student loans. We both went to JBU and met here, and the $42,000 just came from our undergraduate.
It took me about 1.5 years to pay it off.
It was about 1.5 years, under 2 years that we paid it off.
It took me 9 to 10 months to pay it all off.
About 2 years. About 2 years. So we started in October 2010 and got finished October 31st.
We were able to pay off $42,000 in student loans 2 years after we finished our master's degrees.
I think borrowing money for school is okay as long as you know that that's what you want to do and you know what you want to do when you get out. And as long as you keep in mind that when I get out, first priority is paying this off, not buying a car or buying a house.
I think the biggest thing was having a plan. So sitting down and together going over our plan, when do we expect to be done?
And then creating a budget from that and sticking to it. You have to stick with it. It was relatively easy.
When you look at college options for not borrowing, most parents would look at a 2-year institution. The average completion rate, if you start at a 2-year institution, is less than 30%. So they end up dissatisfied, demoralized, everything else because their aspirations are never completed. Why borrow? Because students are more satisfied with a college experience if they go to a Christian college than any other kind of college, and are more likely to say if they had to do it all over again, they would do it again at that same school.
I would do it all over again if I had to, knowing the end result.
I would do it again. It's worth it.
I would certainly do it again. I think, the education we got here is superb. And I don't think you get a better price tag on that.
I know for a fact I wouldn't be in the job I have today if it wasn't for JBU.
The experiences and the professors and the friends that I've created are priceless.
That debt was an investment that has paid dividends far beyond my wildest imagination.
You really are investing in your future, and I think if you look at it from that standpoint, John Brown University is a fantastic decision.